All right. We're not back. I guess we're just here.
No.
I was told this is a test run. We're not going live tonight. What's this about?
I don't want to go live.
Where's Dylan?
Can he be any more of a boomer?
Dude, he's really trending boomer. I can't really talk because my prowess has not really been there, but his is also on the decline pretty hard.
Yeah, he puts out major boom vibes as of late.
Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I was the technical idiot because today we were trying to do some stuff on Patreon. More on that next week, maybe. And it wasn't working. And Randy was like, "Dude, you dumbass! What did you screw up?" And turns out it was an issue that they were having on their end. So check one in my box.
I don't know if that means that you're good at technology still, though.
It means I'm great.
Means that you're both equally bad.
I feel like that's not fair, but
no, it's probably not. I mean, I'm not. I can't do shit. I can't even figure out how to hook my TV up to the speakers in my place. It's embarrassing.
Hey, Will, I got something for you.
Wow. Do you have a top on that thing?
Dude, I'm on the Outer Banks sipping on that topper.
Dude, take your top off.
That was 2 weeks ago. We can't do it again.
Is that a Dave Plus or just an L Dave?
This is actually a Chip Gaines.
What is that?
Or El Chip. Chip Gaines is what I call it. It's essentially a Flirty D in a Yeti. So we call that Chip Gaines around here.
What's a Flirty D again?
Man, it's it's a regional thing. So watermelon, Waterloo, just a touch of agave or agave, little Casamigos tequila, whatever your tequila of choice is, and just a hint of lime and a pinch of Himalayan sea salt, the pink stuff.
Here to comment on that Flirty Dave, Dylan Chevery.
Give me a sec. Brett, give me a sec. I'm still trying to get everything situated over here.
Not allowed to have a step.
Okay, Dylan's out. So close.
Come on, Dorn.
Guys, what are we drinking on?
I just did like 5 minutes on it.
Yeah, he literally just did 5 minutes, dude. Come on.
Hey, guess what? My Vizzies just came in, folks.
Oh, mine has not gotten here.
Wow. Are you busy? Is that the big can?
This is the blueberry pomegranate. 12 ounces.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting to be this good. I'll just be honest with you guys. I wasn't expecting it. It's quite delicious.
Damn, dude. I didn't expect you to come onto this live stream and just viz everywhere.
I can't stop visiting. I can't stop visiting, David. That's the thing. I was worried
I thought it would do earlier.
I was worried my camera was just going to be completely done for here, folks. It scared me. We're good, though.
I have to say, there's nothing funnier than somebody trying to pop on and you can't see them, and all you can see is the little sound screen that just shows the fake waves.
And then you can hear their frustration just building in the background. And Dylan has no fuse when it comes to technical issues. All of a sudden, it's just what the fuck?
It's frustrating, man. I get frustrated because it makes me feel old. Like technology is passing me by, and it is to some degree. But operating a webcam, that's pretty base level technology stuff, So if I can't get that, I just feel like I'm just totally inept, and it affects me.
Yeah, webcam is kind of entry level washed. If you can't get that to work, it's over.
It's what are you doing with yourself?
You powered through the problem.
I recovered. I'm here. I'm excited for tonight, man. It's Friday night. Where's my busy? There it is.
It's Friday night. It's ladies' night.
Indeed, it is.
We're drinking on
ladies' night.
It's a jalapeno watermelon margarita.
Ooh.
Made by the lovely Caroline. She killed it.
This is fantastic, by the way. I'm going to reiterate.
The problem is that's the best flavor, in my opinion. So you got the good one out of the box.
There's another hard seltzer out there that had some popularity last summer. And I swear every single person's favorite changed every single week.
There was one that everybody hated. Everybody hated lime, right?
Yes, and lime was not actually, like, in my opinion, it wasn't that bad. But
it wasn't terrible.
Drink like anything. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to crack into them. I haven't done it yet. I started with the hard stuff tonight. I made a martini.
Ooh,
Ooh.
You know what it is.
Wait, we roast Dylan for his lack of martini glass. Do we have to roast you?
The dishwasher's running. The dishwasher is running right now.
You better go catch it.
Just give me a little. I'm having a tough one.
I was waiting for that one, Brett.
Dylan,
why are you having a tough day?
Plead the fifth.
Oh,
Ha!
Dylan, can I run this joke series back? Did you see what I'm drinking?
I see what you're drinking out of. I can't see what's in it.
Oh, okay. I thought that might tip you off. I'm drinking a Chip Gaines.
What's a Chip Gaines?
I'm glad you asked, Dylan. It's a Flirty D and a Yeti.
Okay, that sounds tight, Dave.
I knew you'd like that one.
Wait, remind me what's in a Flirty D. I know
we already went over it, buddy. Sorry, I'll text you. I'll text you.
Yeah, text it to me.
With him. Sorry, Dylan.
Man, it's ladies' night. It's ladies' night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a night!
Sorry.
In celebration of ladies, who are your favorite historical VH1 divas?
Are we going to have some of the Attitude Era WWE girls coming on?
They were unavailable.
Sable was not available.
No.
What about Miss Elizabeth?
She wanted to charge $20K for 20 minutes, and I thought that was a little bit much for the credit card.
Worth it.
We can do that. That's fine.
We'll pay it off.
What's her Venmo?
I don't think she takes Venmo. She wanted us to wire her the money, and I was like, I don't have our rowdy number.
Might have been worth it.
So we got Cat Pat instead. She's coming on.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Is she going to come on after like Michelle Obama and we're all like completely gassed because we just did like 20 minutes with Michelle?
No, Michelle night is next Friday. That's Michelle Kwan, Michelle Wee, and Michelle Obama back to back.
We couldn't get Branch.
Unresponsive.
Makes sense. She's kind of
She's alive though, right?
She's okay. She's okay, David.
Okay. All right.
The DM went on.
Sorry to disappoint you, Miguel, but Alexis Texas will not be joining us tonight. But thanks for asking, sir.
Dude, somebody tagged me in a tweet with just an all-time bad Photoshop, which I respect. And it was me, Alexis Texas, and Kim Jong-un's sister. And like this guy tagged Alexis Texas in it, and I'm like, dude, she has no idea. This is so absurd. She doesn't know me from the bowling class.
Who is it? I don't know who can someone explain who this is? Was this just your college kind of like friend?
Yeah, it was Dave dated her for a minute back in college.
Okay. Yeah, it was before she was famous.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No one's gonna comment on the double fist.
Ooh. Yeah, what's the other one? Just
it's the runoff Waterloo.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say just like room temperature water or something.
Dude, don't call it runoff.
Why?
Why?
Because he's not on the plug.
I don't know. Sounds
weird. Okay, Brett.
TikTok.
I'm excited for this evening. This has got the energy in here is palpable. Maybe it's just my house. I hope y'all are feeling the same in your own personal domicile.
I'm hyped, Dave. This is me in full hype mode.
How's Stella?
Dude, Stella is great. She is big time, like trying to eat every snack or meal that I make for Parks mode. So I'm having to put her up when I feed him. So currently she is in her crate because it's dinner time over here for Parks. She's just going crazy for that food, man.
Yeah, dogs do that.
No.
I
got to teach her, man. I got to teach her. She's doing good though. No accidents today inside. That was good.
Dylan, are you wearing the Buddy I'm Working shirt?
I sure am, folks. It is so comfortable, man. The material on this thing. Let's check out the back.
I kind of like the outline logo.
I was gonna say, what is that? Our shirt?
Yeah,
dude, that is tight.
Does the homie understand? Does he like? Is he grasping the fact that he's on a T-shirt that you wear in your house?
No, dude, I put it on. And I said, "Look," I said, "You know who that is?" He said, "Yeah, it's me." I was like, "That's pretty cool, huh?" He goes, "Yeah, it's cool," and that was it. Like the fame has gotten to him. I think he's big time now.
He only wears Supreme now, so seeing some guy in like a podcast shirt, he's just like fucking loser.
Did y'all see his Jordan brand pants that I put on Instagram today?
Yeah, dripping.
Oh my god! Come on.
Was he rocking a child's small to mid-sized podcast shirt too?
He was. That one of our. I feel bad. I forgot which listener it was. But a nice listener made that for him.
I was gonna say you can't even buy that.
Yeah, I didn't know we even sold that, and turns out we don't.
Yeah, we sure don't.
You think when he wears that on the playground, like he has to explain it, and he's like, "Oh, it's kind of niche. It's like there's a loading phase. It's kind of like a podcast about nothing." I don't know if
it's like happy hour in podcast format. It's I
didn't even listen to podcasts really. I didn't even know how to get them on my phone.
I heard Parks is like embarrassed of what we do, and so when he goes to school, he just says that his dad's a real estate professional.
You're gonna have to does that.
You're gonna have to go into bring your daddy to work day or whatever, and like pretend like you sell homes or something.
Bring your daddy to work day sounds like something totally different.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. More adult themed is what I'm thinking.
Jeez, dude.
What you think? You're thinking to bring your son to work day? That's what you're going for here.
Whatever it's called. Meet the parents.
It'd be kind of great to see bring your dad to work day. It's just a bunch of like old grumpy dudes just sitting around an office, like pissed off that they're there and not on the golf course. Just cater some barbecue. Everyone takes a nap after.
There's some dads who game that system though. Like they take the entire afternoon, even though they're only going to be there for like 20 minutes, and then they do go get a quick 9 in.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Man, the people in the comments are just they're on one tonight already, man. Jeez. I gotta chill.
And dude, we have the best listeners. I hopped in the Circling Back Discord the other day. Good folks in there. It's like the most concentrated Circling Back community there possibly is.
Hey, speaking of Circling Back communities, can I make an announcement for tomorrow morning?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow morning is Micah's 100th Peloton ride. And when you have 100, you get announced like by the instructor during the live classes.
Oh my god!
So, anyone who wants to join in on this Peloton ride at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow to watch Micah get shouted out, please go in there and gas up the Battletoad bad boy himself.
Well, here's a stupid question: is there any way to watch from outside the network? Can I tune in?
I think the Peloton app was actually free for 90 days, starting like at the beginning of quarantine. So you could probably tune in and watch the half-hour class where they gassed up Micah. They're going to call him Michael Wiener, which is going to make me so happy. It's going to be the best.
You need to record this.
Hell yes.
I don't think he realizes the fact that like the guy that's doing the class, like even if the guy knows how to pronounce Micah's last name, the guy is funny enough that he would say Wiener just to say Wiener. And so I'm just really excited, and I'm probably going to take at least watch the class back and like record it on my phone so that I can always have that with me.
It makes me smile when I just imagine how many times he's had to correct people in his entire life. Just like, no, it's actually Weiner. It's so funny.
Oh, he's so depressed every single time he has to say it.
It's Weiner.
I will be tweeting out a link to whatever class it is. He's currently a little shaken up about which one he wants to do.
Okay.
Man, well,
okay.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay.
But in the meantime, it's ladies' night, guys. And our first guest is in the green room. You may know her from, everywhere around the sports media landscape. She's also the host of, hold on, Julie, I have your notes right here. She's the host of Fubo TV show Drinks with Bates and The Thread on Sports New York. Personal friend and Barstool. We've left the boat together. Julie Stewart-Banks is in the building. What's going on, Julie?
Hey, guys. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm going to crack a little White Claw. For this.
Oh.
Are we a non-White Claw situation?
She can drink the water.
We're
We're a busy
a competitor.
pod.
Oh,
But you
busy.
said-
Well, I'm sorry. I'm used to giving away free advertising like it's candy to like literally everyone on my show. So I'm giving. I'm Canadian, like to be super nice, but Vizzy. Let's pretend I'm drinking a Vizzy right now.
That
We
works.
forgive you. Thanks for joining us tonight.
It's okay.
Julie,
I'm glad
do
I
you
started
remember
things
the
off really well with you guys.
Do you remember the last time we saw each other?
I do, because I was trying to explain to my boyfriend today what I was doing tonight, and I was like, wait a second. You know him. You met him at Dave Matthews at Saratoga. I was like, pretty basic bro-y guy, like long blonde hair. Dave fan, DMB guy. And so you guys, I think both of you guys have seen him like 10,000 times. That was my first time seeing Dave Matthews live, and it was mind-blowing experience. So that was great. Got to bet on some of the ponies as well. It was a nice little weekend.
There you go. It was perfect. I saw Julie in the crowd. I was like, is that JSB? And then I like walked down, and then I was like, JSP. And she's like, oh, hey, like some fan. And then she turned around like, oh,
like,
I actually know you.
I was like, oh my gosh, someone asking for an autograph. No, usually, and a guy I used to work with, Jay Onright, who's on TSN, he said like the hardest part is sometimes like someone will be like, hey, I know you. And like I think I have like really bad dyslexia. I'll be like, I just don't remember anything. So you think like, oh, is that a
Uh-oh. Okay, we got her back. Okay.
Hey, yeah, they're so odd. Anyways, it's never like a fan. It's always someone you know. That was the moral of my story. But yes, it was a good weekend.
You said you're Canadian. Do you have any experience with Brett talking Canadian geography?
Yeah, actually, Brett is like one of the few people in America who like knows where like Nova Scotia is or something. Like, if I gave Brett a map, he would at least get 30% of the major cities correct, whereas like anyone else would be like, I don't know what Regina is, but I think that you just said something bad. But yeah, because Brett's little Labatt background really won me over when I first met him in the office. I was like, all right, this guy's a keeper of a friend.
You're giving him too much credit. He has no clue.
Yeah.
The West Coast, he's clueless about the geography and lay of the land out there. It's embarrassing.
Well, I did mention the East Coast, so
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You were playing.
I'm sure if I said Nova Scotia, the four of you, excluding Brett, would be like, there. I mean, to be honest, I don't know the state. Like the whole Virginia, West Virginia area, like that's a lot of work for me.
It's the Kentucky, Tennessee flip-flop. Some people just have a hard time with that. Julie, the reason I bring this up is because I on this certain podcast that we have called Circling Back, I once said that the Vancouver Banff area, which is just apparently not an area, that's just too.
Not really. I mean, that would be a pretty big area for you to cover, but I understand that area. I'd be like, okay, so yes, the West Coast. Yeah,
just like the Banff. I should have said Banff, Calgary area.
Yeah,
that would have been more acceptable. But you can do it in a weekend, so I stand.
You know what? My expectations of what people know about Canada have been, I'm very underwhelmed. So I just like, if you know one decent thing about Canada, like even that the Raptors won the NBA championship, it's like, okay, like I'll take that at this point. Like Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. If you know that, you basically just aced Canadian history at this point. So, which would be more Canadian geography, but who's to say?
Okay, I got to jump in here on Canada. So my favorite thing from Canada is Tyler Seguin, also Toronto native. I'm a Dallas guy. It's pretty obvious. You got any Tyler Seguin stories?
I mean, like I used to work with the Bruins scouting staff. Odd, right? Like really random sort of background story, because I hate the Bruins now because I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. But I worked with them, and they kind of alluded to the fact that like Tyler Seguin has just really made his way through pretty much everyone in the Boston and also Ontario area. Obviously, that's allegedly speaking in that realm. Yes. But I've like seen him at like out sometime when I was in Winnipeg. It's like He's just he gets a bad rep, I think. Like, I think he's a better guy. That I'll get flack for saying that. I think he's a better guy than his reputation speaks for him, but he's also like an incredible hockey player. But yeah, I don't have any specific stories other than like, I think he'd probably be a good guy to party with, is sort of the general idea.
I get that vibe.
Yeah. He comes across that way.
We'll see if Brett can get him on here.
Yeah, I'll hit him with a DM. I'll be like, hey, dude, I don't think he's gonna answer me, but Julie, Will,
You gotta try. You gotta shoot or shoot, right?
Shooters do shoot. The guy right here, Will, with the beard, not the sweet mustache. That's too over. Will is our resident EPL guy, and I know you've done some work in the soccer realm. Will, do you have any questions for Julie specifically about MLS and how it's an inferior league?
I don't think I mean, it's an inferior league, but like I don't think it's a bad thing to have like an American soccer league.
Yeah,
right? I was going too far there. I apologize.
No, I don't care. I mean, I used to cover the league, but I don't anymore. So, and I also totally appreciate EPL because I lived in England and I'm a big Arsenal fan, like, which is also really awful as well. But I was talking to someone recently that was like, why they were like trying to have me explain MLS, and I was like, well, they're like, why don't we just have everyone play in Europe because that's where the best American soccer players play? And it's like, no, but it's good to have something in America, and like we have so many good athletes, and it's like, yeah, I guess why don't we just have everyone play in Europe because that's the cachet, right? But MLS is very good quality players. It's just different. Curious now with like coronavirus, like how that shifts the schedule because they might now go on like a European schedule, perhaps. I mean, who knows if there's like a world next year? So this is like very low on our totem pole, but
we got Bundesliga bright and early in the morning. It's going to be an exciting.
I know that will be very interesting to see. Like, I saw some report that German Bundesliga fans are buying like cutouts of themselves to put like in the stands. That they will, they will make it look like people there, which will be wild to watch. Maybe not as much as the NFL virtual fans that Joe Buck alluded to. That sounds like a lot of work, to be honest.
Joe Buck's too busy asking people to send him pornography so that he can home narrate it. Have you guys heard that?
That's not. I don't think he's asking for it. I think he's just being a nice guy.
No, I think that he missed out on a huge career opportunity because didn't they say they were going to offer him $1 million to do that?
Yeah.
Jane Slater messaged me and was like, "Yo, you should do this." And I was like, "Man, I mean, I have a non-exclusive deal. I guess I probably could do it, like, but it's not the same as Joe Buck." Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Jane, who you that was a surprise, Julie. That was supposed to be
really random.
No, it's okay. That was supposed to be our surprise guest for the evening. So big tease is that Jane Slater's coming on in like 5 to 6, 7 minutes. But
countdown.
We have this picture that I pulled off of Scott Hansen's Instagram.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to save it for Jane. Julie,
where's this going?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, no,
you guys had Scott Hansen.
No, it doesn't. It's Julie's not in it. I'm going to save it for Jane because it's more Jane than Julie. But regardless, Julie.
I was like, I hung out with Scott Hansen 2 times in my life, and one of them was with his like church group, but I didn't know it was with them. So I was like, wow, all these people are like really nice. Like, what's sort of like the catch? And then I realized as I was being like a little, I'm a little rough around the edges, telling some like kind of ridiculous stories. I was like, these people don't seem to be really like warming to these stories. So, like, okay, yes, they're very nice Christian people. Okay.
Can I say that every time Scott Hansen's name is brought up on here, I immediately think of Chris Hansen, and I know it's probably like very common, but they're very different people, and I just want to apologize to Scott and Chris actually.
Taylor Hansen. Who was your favorite Hansen brother?
Taylor, definitely. I think.
Don't even know.
He was like they all had something about them, but it was like Taylor was sort of he was the bread and butter of that.
I was most jealous of like the youngest one because I think I was similar in age with him, and so like I legit remember watching the music video in art class, being like, dude, I need to rollerblade as sick as these guys.
They were kings, and they're still. They were before all this. They were still like touring and stuff.
Really?
I only know the one song, but I mean, like, got to keep going, right?
I have an up and coming restaurant that's looking for musical talent, so this might be of help.
This might be the time.
Julie,
People sleep on Where's the Love, their second single, Where's the Love. A lot of people forget about that one. I just want to say, check it out on Spotify.
Is Bop their All the Small Things?
It is.
Yeah, has to be. Because when you said Where's the Love, I would just think of Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yeah, right.
That's what I do.
It's real tough. It's really tough for them. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Dave. Julie is like the biggest Alice Cooper fan on the planet, so I don't think she's rolling with Hanson.
Yeah, I'm not rolling with Hanson. I'll show you guys who I am rolling with, though. My man, it's not up yet.
Oh,
Okay.
Alice Cooper. This is from when I went to Alice Cooper and Deep Purple at the Greek in LA. So I just have this handy, like, in case someone asks me about Alice Cooper. I'm like, hey, here you go. No, he's awesome, and I've interviewed him before, and he's like insane, but he's also a scratch golfer, so he's kind of like interesting human.
a great player in his own right.
Yeah. And he used, like, some of the videos of him when he was younger, he was just blackout on stage, and he like forgot the lyrics of his songs, and it's quite hilarious, but also like kind of troubling at the same time. So he's sober, he's like, he's golfing, he's crazy, but yeah, I'm a bit of like a weirdo. So
he scared me in Wayne's World when I was a kid. His cameo in Wayne's World, like, I didn't know, I was unfamiliar with the bit because I was probably like 7. But I remember just being terrified of Alice Cooper for a number of years. And then I saw like him on the golf course, and I was like, oh, this guy could hang out with my dad.
Yeah, he's like 75 now, and he's like still touring. I mean, that's the thing. You guys, like, you see Dave touring, like, you got to keep going. It's like the Spice Girls really fucked that one up. They could have been making so much cash still right now, and they let it get to their head. But like, we've been listening to a lot of Dave in quarantine, by the way. He's been doing some live stuff, so it's been good.
Man, that's fantastic. That's good to hear. I'm pinned down as like the suburban upstate New York white dude that loves Dave too much, and I think that's pretty accurate. So
that's literally what you are. Like,
I think it works for you. You know, just lean into it, right?
You have a Dave sticker on the back on your bumper.
I do.
Like, yeah, that's why you literally put out to people, like strangers on the road. Not a bad thing
about that.
It's not like that polarizing, though. It's like Dave is just like, I mean, if you don't like Dave, I mean, the thing is, though, what's your favorite song, Brett? Not to get too inside baseball here, but
Brett's gonna give like big black versions from like different cities that we still haven't heard of.
Here's the problem. My favorite song, studio or live, is Two Step.
Okay,
My favorite live is One Sweet World in Vegas.
Okay. Oh,
but
okay. So yes, it is very specific.
I guess, baby.
I noticed that with my boyfriend. It was like he was like chasing the Dave songs that he wanted to hear that were not the popular ones, and it was like it's just almost like really difficult. You can't do that. It's tough.
Well, in the words of the great Andy Bernard, deep tracks only. So.
Well, I've been watching The Office now. Finally, 10 years in later, and I get all that.
Speaking
Still
of
holds up.
It does.
Still holds up.
Can you help me get these 3 into Letterkenny by any chance?
I mean, the Letterkenny, like, executive producer randomly follows me on Twitter, so I don't see why not. I don't see why I shouldn't.
Brett, I told you I was going to try it. I let you down by not starting it. I promise you, within the next couple weeks, I am going to give it a shot. I will try it.
I watched the first episode, but I did it late at night, and I just haven't returned yet. I didn't dislike it. I just haven't prioritized it. I'm sorry. That and Mandalorian.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I've watched it, but I haven't like just fully gone all in yet.
You know, I also haven't gone all into Letterkenny yet. Like, so I I just basically gave away my Canadian citizenship, but that's okay, I guess, because I live in America. But yeah, I'm gonna also double down on that too, and then we'll all be in it. So
there you go. I mean, you would love it, Julie. If I know you, you would love it.
I don't know if you know me at all, but yeah, I assume I'd like it.
I feel like we've had like
we
one
do. I think we do.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people I would go on their podcast for that of the former workplace I worked with, and you are one of them. So that's a huge honor.
Same, I think.
He's the magic. They call Brett the magic bullet.
Oh, I'm not going to ask why, but I assume
it's just his ability to be a biz dev guy. It's
it's
a
blender.
One office manager, Brett. So he's one of a kind.
Yes,
he's a keeper.
Julie, how did you and Katie Nolan end up taking tequila shots the other day?
Honestly, I was very impressed with so my show's actually airing right now, but I cannot watch myself right now. I'm just like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, you're so whatever. I was like, we'll watch you later. But yeah, Katie was great. I didn't know what I was going to get because sometimes people want to get like really fucked up. Like Michael Smith from ESPN had 6 Hennessy and lemonades. And I was like, oh man, please. Like, I don't want to be like responsible for your life now. But then Katie came to play. She was like, got the beer, and she said all this stuff on air. So she was like, I've got 2 beers, I've got tequila, and I've got wine in the fridge. I'm like, okay, this isn't drunk history, but like we can make it that if you want. Like, I don't care. This is my job, I guess. So what we did was like when we were telling jokes, it was like, okay, we would then dish out tequila shots for the worst joke. And then we just kind of kept doing them. Like, and then I actually had to interview Luke Voigt after I was like super fucked up with Katie. That's where I deserved my Emmy. I was like trying to keep it straight and narrow with Luke Voigt, and I was like totally fucked up. So that's why they hire the pros for these jobs.
Absolutely. I mean, you are as professional as they get.
Yeah, I am.
Remember when like you're this incredibly talented sports reporter, and you've been doing these jobs for so long, and then you walk into our former workplace, and I was like, I think there's a desk like here if you want it.
I remember yeah.
And
it was a very interesting setup because like the elevator was just like boom, work, and you're like, hi everyone, like first day of school, I'm the new kid here, and it was an experience I will never forget. Short, but sweet.
You have a good Brett story for us that we might be interested in? Something perhaps embarrassing that happened with him?
I mean, like, I don't really have anything that kind of comes to mind. Like, Brett was sort of like, he was the fulcrum of the office. Like, he got a lot of shit all the time. Always man. Just like, but you're a nice guy and you work hard, and that I always respected that. And I'm not trying to be like a kiss ass, but I was like, oh, this guy is a nice person. And I think that's like the Canadian thing that you have, that connection like that. I was like, oh, that guy's definitely got a Canadian thing. Yeah. And then, but you got a lot of flack, and you wiped a lot of people's asses and did a lot of shit for them. And like, you didn't say anything or complain. And they always complain.
Never wipe my ass.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Julie, do you spend a lot of time in Niagara Falls?
I have. I mean, like, who hasn't visited the falls and had the Sundowner is a good spot to frequent if you're there at nighttime. Also, yeah, casinos. It's kind of, I mean, it's like the Vegas of Southern Ontario, I guess, which is not that cool. But
when I was a kid, we liked it so much we would drive from Dallas to Niagara Falls every summer.
Wow, that is
that's a true story.
Really like that. How come? Like, who was enthralled with Niagara Falls?
I've got family there. My mom's family is from there. So if you ever run into any of the Marinos in Niagara Falls, tell them Dave sent you.
Okay. Well, yeah, I do spend a lot of time at the falls, so I'm sure I will. I'll run into them. But it's a good spot.
You never
know.
The
good side or the bad, the Canadian side or the American side?
It's all good to me.
No. Very stark difference. The Canadian side's way more souped up.
Really? It is. Infrastructure's better. Infrastructure's better over there.
Way more fun stuff to do. The American side is just sort of like water going off a cliff, and it's just like you stand there and look at it. And the Canadian side's like, we got strip clubs, we've got casinos, we've got restaurants, big time.
Hey, Julie, before we let you go, I just want to know, do you have any Jane Slater stories? Like, I promise, NFL Network's own Jane Slater, and I promise you won't hear them.
I mean, I've in my tenure of knowing Jane has been like, we've had many different, hey, Jane.
I don't know how that happened.
Oh, yeah. By the way,
Brett,
the lighting, you look so good. I love your whole house and your decorating, by the way. Not that I creep on Instagram all the time. But Jane, I will say, the first time I ever met Jane, she came up to me. We were at Dallas Cowboys training camp, and I was working at ESPN as like an MLS sideline reporter, but I was trying to show them that like, hey, please let me go out and learn more, and like I wanted to be more of like a general reporter. So I followed I shadowed some guy for the day that I won't say who it was, but like Jane came up to me and was like, hey, I know you're a soccer and hockey reporter. You probably have never been here. You probably don't, like, I don't know if you know what's going on. I was like, yeah, I have zero idea what I'm watching or what's going on. And you were like, this is what's going to happen. Like, this is who's practicing. You're going to want to look at this. You're going to do this. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. This like woman came up to me and was just like, this is what's going on. And so you also don't look like an idiot if you were to ask someone, because then they'd be like, oh, you're a girl. Of course you don't know what's going on. But I'm like, no, I just have never covered this before or whatever. So she's awesome. And then we've had a share of good nights out on the town in whatever town we've been in. So
you're damn fun. That's for sure, Julie.
Yeah, you are too. We always end up having a good evening wherever the evening is,
Julie,
if we remember.
That was like really nice and not incriminating at all. So that's fine.
Very positive.
Yeah, I thought I'd start that. I don't need to. I've made enough mistakes saying stupid shit. So I'm like, let's start with the nice one and not do the other stuff.
Yeah, we asked you to tell embarrassing stories about two different people, and both times you ended up just like gassing them up the entire time.
I know that
She's Canadian, Will.
Yeah, it's like that's what we
Canada.
go for. But one little one of Jane before we go was like, we were at a party. We ended up going to a club. We were at this club till like 7 a.m, and then we lost Jane. And then somehow Jane randomly just like appeared out of nowhere. Like Jane, on the dance floor, you were like, you were just like, where have you guys been? We were like, oh my God, you're still here? Like, you're alive? We're like, we thought that you were, but you just like, you had your own stuff. You work. You know everybody. That was a really elusive way of describing that night.
Because we ended up going to this party, and it was like the sickest party I'll ever go to in my entire life.
Yep, same.
I won't give too many details, but it was on Star Island. Wyclef Jean was performing. There was a yacht. Like, it was everything you could possibly think of.
Cardi B was there. Ludacris.
And so it starts pouring rain, and they were literally like, if you don't have the invite, this like this like modern home on the water, like you can't get in. Like, it's not like the Maxim party or like some of these other, like if you know somebody can get in. So Rossini and I show up, and Rossini is like, oh, Julie will be fine. I'm like, no, like we had to reserve. Like, you cannot get in. Like, I have done some epic shit in my life getting friends in, but like this is the we're not going to get done. And we end up literally going deuces and like just leave her at the door. Like, sorry, like this is the best part.
Which I was fine with. I was like, I'll just chill here. I know I'll get in at some point.
What I loved about her is she was so resourceful. Like 30 minutes, she's in the rain, like literally like extensions dripping wet. Like at this point now it's like pouring rain and everyone's like huddled underneath just this awning. You can't even leave this house. And here comes Julie just chilling. And being in Dallas, girls are so entitled that would have been a friendship breaker. They would have literally you would have been blocked on Instagram. And Julie, like if anything, was like this bonding moment. I'm like, you're the coolest chick I've ever met.
Oh, thanks. Well, another addendum to that was I actually had the invite in my email inbox and was such a fucking idiot.
That was the best part.
That I waited outside for half an hour and then was like, oh, I had the invite. Oh, this was the party. I didn't realize that. I was like, whoops, I guess. Because there's no, girls I know
couldn't get them in.
I was like, you're going to get in. I also talked to this bouncer for like half an hour and I knew I was like, I'm going to get in because there's no way I'm not. You just have to be like, I will. I'll just take some time. Just let it marinate. There's some pretty impressive people at this party. Don't try to be a jerk. So. But yeah, some people do get really.
Like, you literally have like 9 lives too, like career wise. Like I've never seen somebody pivot and be as resilient as you.
I don't know if that's a nice spin zone. More so just like perpetual comeback tour of my career. Just like, okay, and now, and the next try, and the next. Well, it's been fun, right?
It's like DJ Khaled. It's like they don't want to see you succeed, Julie.
Yeah, they don't.
Just like watching.
So I got so many haters trying to keep me down. It's like wild. But
just go put on your sunglasses. Your future's bright.
Yeah, thank you, honey.
We're doing positive vibes on Friday night. I like it.
Yeah, we're taking over the conversation. I'm sorry. Are we gonna?
No.
Here, I'll let you guys have your gas fest. Okay. I feel like this is my time to exit the party.
Julie, thank you so much.
Yeah, that was
fun.
fun.
Guys for having me on.
Thank you, Julie.
Night is great. Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming
Jane,
on.
nice to see you. And keep having those drinks, guys. What are they called? Zippies or
Vizzy.
Fizzies. Okay, sorry, Zippies. Yeah. Okay, see you later.
Bye, Julie.
Oh wow, she is nice.
What an engaging person.
You're not in.
We got Jane Slater here.
Hey, Jane.
Welcome.
Hey, Jane. What's going on?
Hi.
Jane.
Digging the painting behind you, by the way.
Thank you. I'll move it up. Being the Dallas girl that I am, I kind of like love that it looks like it's like a nail, like a girl's painted nails.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
I digress.
That'd be pretty Dallas too.
Mm-hmm.
Jane, are you watching that dry line out west? Because I know there's some storms popping off tonight.
I love that. Yes, actually, I love storms. So we've been getting quite a few of them recently, which is a total bummer because I've got a buddy that's in town this week, and I'm like, Dallas is so much fun. I mean, the clubs aren't open or anything, but at least like we could go and like do a pool party or lake house. And unfortunately, not going to cooperate with us.
Yeah, I noticed there's a pretty sick outflow boundary coming down across the Great Red. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if it's made its way in there yet. My friends in Southern Oklahoma got absolutely pissed on tonight.
Did you go to Mississippi State and get your AMS certification? Nice work there.
You should do that, Dave.
Yeah,
I keep an eye to the skies.
He's an amateur meteorologist.
I'm glad someone's looking out for us.
Jane, I'm from the Dallas area myself, so Tornado Alley is no stranger to me.
I think, and then Jane
Big
also.
Fan of Texas Tornado, great song.
Mm-hmm.
We're all Austin based, Jane.
Is this like purposely like an awkward podcast? Because I love that when you guys were talking about strip clubs, there was like this awkward linger. So I was like, is this a bit? Cool. Get into this.
We don't go to strip clubs. That's not what we do.
11's one of my favorites. Not gonna lie.
It's a great
one. Like a club. I didn't realize that it was actual strip club until after these Cirque du Soleil, I was like, oh, it's not all art.
I mean, if we go in one, we just end up being friends with them and talking to them, and then like they're like, "Hey guys, if you're not going to spend any money, please get out." And it's like, "All right, yeah, we can probably, hit the road."
That's typically me in general. I'm always trying to coach the girls up. Like I want them to know I believe in them. So yeah, every time I leave a strip club, I really hope that I've planted a seed with one of these girls and made them think that they can do more and do big things. And I've got to think with this coronavirus and the pandemic, it's made them think about ways that they can pivot because it clearly was not a sustainable career profession.
These are some of the most uncertain times, in my opinion.
Uncertain. I mean, shout out to the rappers that had the strip live and raised money for them. I mean, people aren't thinking about the strippers.
No, it's very
There's
unfortunate.
a club in Waco that I saw that's opening for they're opening, but they have no strippers, so it's just like turning into a restaurant. And I would love to just see like a video of like the clientele that's walking in there at all times, just to like eat food in this random, like probably out of business strip club at this point.
I've been told that the buffets are always great there. That's what always men say. I would think that is the last buffet that I'd want to eat at during this pandemic. That's just me. I try not to be judgy, but that's just me.
Legs and eggs.
Yeah, Dylan's a big fan of the body sushi they do. And
no.
Come on, Brett. We're not
just eggs.
Come on, Brett. We're not doing that. Dave, are you gonna holster all your Dallas Cowboys questions for Jane?
Yeah,
or what's going on here? I know.
No, Jane gets beaten down with Dallas Cowboy questions every day. I thought she could come on and talk Dallas strip clubs. So I don't want to just bring that on her. I do have one question, and I want to know off the record.
No.
She's
back.
She's back.
Oh no.
We think.
Was she drinking something other than a sponsor? So Brett cut her.
Yeah. Brett was like, "Yeah, I'm done with you. It's over." I like how she just dipped out the second. Like you already said that you didn't want to like ask a Dallas Cowboys question, so she just like dipped out. She was like,
Yeah, she's like, I'm out of here.
I actually had one.
Oh.
I did have one. So Julie was cool.
Julie's great.
Jane seemed cool too, but like she's just like a spinning circle now. So we're kind of just like,
yeah, that's too bad. So Lauren showed up right in the middle of all this, by the way. She got here in like 5 minutes ago.
I'm starting to think that she likes the attention of just like popping in and like causing a ruckus on the live.
I think you're right. Lauren, come say hi.
She doesn't exist.
Come say hi.
Oh,
I'm doing a live stream, Lauren. Chill.
oh, okay. We got Jane back.
She's back.
Oh.
She's back.
That's kind of awkward. I thought we'd do a stare contest and his Wi-Fi disconnect on you. You know.
I had a really hard-hitting question.
We thought you left because
It's here.
Dave wanted to ask you a Cowboys question.
So what are you bros doing tonight?
I just want to know, why is CD Lamb wearing 88? I've heard what Jerry's saying, but 10 is such a better number. It looks so good on him. That's it. That's the question.
Oh, she can't hear
no.
you.
Dave,
Can you
she
hear
can't.
Dave?
Yeah. I mean, this bit is just really going next level here. I mean,
Can you hear this guy? Uh-oh.
Dave,
I just
man.
bail in the chat.
Dave Bale. Oh my God. This is
Dave,
perfect.
get out of the thing and come back in. There we go. We're just having technical difficulties all
Hey,
around.
Jane, we are crushing this interview with you. You're welcome.
Yeah, we're just murdering
It's
it.
amazing, actually.
Jane,
Sorry.
what's your
It's like
favorite
having-
bar? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was like, lately that I was doing an interview with Cesar Ruiz with the Saints, and it didn't record, and I had to call back and do the whole thing over again. And it was so annoying because Drew Brees had texted him right at that moment while we were doing the interview and sent him this awesome video congratulating him for coming to New Orleans, and this authentic moment wasn't captured. And I was like, son of a. And then today I thought we didn't record our Leighton Vander Esch interview, and then I ended up like discovering it on the cloud. So I get it. The technology is very frustrating right now for workflow. Favorite bar, was that the next question?
No, it was going to be your. So we're all Austin based. What's your favorite bar on 6th?
Oh, y'all are in Austin. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love Ranch 616.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
fine
Yeah,
answer.
ground here.
We like that.
And Don's Depot is my other favorite. So good.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Do you do ranch waters? You order the round of fire in the holes? What's the deal at Ranch 616 for you?
Both. Is it open right now? Because I'm driving down to Austin next weekend for Memorial Day.
Ooh.
It hard to say if
hard
it's
to
actually
say.
open, but we can give
Fire
him a
in the
call.
hole. Is that the one with the jalapeno?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No one actually enjoys that shot. It's
I love it.
for the show. It's
I
terrible.
love it. Yeah, but that's why it's fun. You get like all the attention on you. You're just like crushing these jalapeno shots. It's a blast.
Oh.
I tend to overshare on podcasts, so this is probably one of those overshare moments. I shouldn't go there, but it just feels so natural just to share it with my new friends. Right after the Longhorn Network eliminated my position, I was sort of in limbo. Am I going to go into real estate or med device sales, or am I going to get another job because it was in late July? I went to Ranch 616 and had quite a few ranch waters and the jalapeno popper shots. And as I walked out, I stumbled and legit fell into that cactus that's like right there. And I was literally kicking the cactus out of my legs and whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh. So Ranch 616, if you're not careful, there really should be a limit.
There should be. Like you shouldn't have more than 2 of those things because 2 will just rock you.
Oh yeah.
It's the hottest restaurant in Austin. I just want to put that out there. It's hot people only in there.
Hot people?
Yeah.
Well, it's because it's every night is a 20-person bachelor or bachelorette party. And
Yeah,
they're
there are always bachelorette parties there.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, always.
It's got the bachelorette thing in Austin is ridiculous. Like I had this whole idea where I wanted for the bachelor parties, because I always see the saddest dudes in Party Cove. Like they rent the boat, they're out there like just a bunch of dudes in the keg, and then they're always inevitably they make them tie up far away from like everybody else. So it's like they're there to have a good time and take pictures and show all the bros like, hey, we're cool, but like no girl's gonna actually get on the party boat. Like it's not a good look, right?
No.
And so my idea was to have sort of like bottle service on the boat. So like hot chicks would like pick up the bachelor parties, and then you would have bottle service and whatnot. And I was like, why is somebody not leaned into this yet?
This is our idea now that you said it on this live stream. Just FYI,
We own the
have,
intellectual property.
yeah, we have all the rights to this idea, and we will be seeing this through.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that. That's a great idea.
Hey, everybody can hear me? So can I ask one last question? Have you been on the Bravo Eugenia?
No, God, it's so epic though,
Is that Jerry's boat?
Jerry's yacht, yeah.
Okay.
It's the most epic boat, and it's so funny because if you guys watch Succession at all,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
it reminds me like a little bit of the Jones family at times, and they've got that ridiculous yacht too, and I'm like, they say it's based on Roger Ailes. I'm like, come on, like there's a lot of parallels in Succession, but that is the stupidest boat ever. I just love that Jerry is literally living his best life. Like that final chapter of his life he's living a better life than any 20, 30 something, 40 something. And I've never seen a guy with more energy or zest for life. One of the moments that stood out for me was Ezekiel Elliott. When they signed his extension, it had been sort of contentious. He'd gone to bed that night thinking the contract's not getting done. They end up getting it done, but Jerry's such a boss. His energy company went public, and he went up there and rang the bell on Wall Street. He'd been up all night working on the deal, flies back. They introduce Zeke at the conference, and Zeke kind of stumbles getting up on the stage. Meantime, Jerry Jones literally leapt, like pep in his step. And I just thought to myself, not only is he just the energy, but he's so with it too. Like he will shake your hand and know everything about you. And I've watched, he doesn't have a handler whispering in his ear. Like it's fascinating how plugged in that guy is. Like, I don't know if I always compare him to Walt Disney. He's like the Imagineer, even the star in Frisco, from idea to conception, 3 years. You know how hard it is to get projects like that okayed and
Tell me about it.
Get them going. Like he's amazing.
Yeah.
And he's such a boss to do after him his yacht and then get CeeDee Lamb. I'm like, dude, it's just crazy to me.
I don't like
There's not a better way to
Jerry Jones.
There's not a better way to quarantine than on a $250 million yacht. That's for sure.
Yeah, that is the move.
Yeah,
No, I said
not us.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, only Jerry Jones can outflex Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh.
Like a 70-something, like a late, I think he's like 78 this year. 78 outflexing Cliff Kingsbury. It was wild.
Body bag. Absolute body bag. Sorry, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Cliff. Love the guy, but dude, you're done.
Can you imagine drafting from land? It couldn't be me.
Jane, is it true that the Bravo Eugenia was actually at Joe Pool Lake?
There's no way. That thing is way too big.
Oh, okay.
Do you know where it was?
It's so funny. The internet sleeves crack me up. It's like when Shaka Smart was interviewing at Texas, everyone was tracking, his flight plan. Apparently they tracked Eugenia, and it was docked in Miami. And when we asked him on the reporter's call, hey Jerry, where are you? He goes, I've been in 2 places this week, and I'll probably be in a couple more later this week. But he confirmed that he was on a yacht and where he was at.
That's the answer.
Everything he does is so purposeful. Like his press conferences are everything. Like I was there when he talked about circumcising the mosquito, and when he talked about Glory Hole, and his
Glory Hole is iconic.
Real quick. And he said, for those of you that aren't familiar, Jerry and Steven, of course, are in the oil and gas business. The fact he told me to jump in and clarify. It's one of my favorite moments.
That's fantastic. Oh man, Dave, you were docking in Miami, right? Was your thing?
Brett, wow. In these uncertain times in 2020, you're going to really just expose me.
I had to. I'm sorry. Jane,
who hasn't docked in Miami?
Jane, what's your handicap?
36 the last time I went out. So
okay.
I haven't shot under 100 yet. So I'm like at 108 was my last one. But I literally just picked up my sticks for the first time last week. And I was pretty upset because I swore Anita Marks is a big golfer at ESPN. And she had like this whole golf podcast, which is pretty fascinating, talking about how they were talking about plexiglass for the golf carts and, having to walk walk your bag, and come on, like I played my senior year of high school, and that's what made me never really. I did it to get out of computer lit, and I just remember hating it. Like people that say they love the tradition of walking the bag, I'm like, come on, man. So I had to push my bag while I was out there, and it didn't suck. The weather was amazing, but when it gets really hot in Texas, not happening. So unless you give me my golf cart and I can put my boom box on it, then I've been taking up tennis a lot more lately.
Shouts.
That's smart. Did you have you played? I assume you played the Cowboys Golf Club multiple times.
I actually haven't.
Oh, that's embarrassing on my part. I apologize. I will.
Way to not do your research ahead of the interview.
Yeah, I know. I got some bad intel. No, okay. We've got a buddy who's always out there. Basically lives out there. I don't know if I can say his name.
Is someone lying?
We're not.
Me?
We can't say his name.
They've spotted me. Lies.
The name that gets out there all the time. You may know him well. He actually may have texted you earlier today about this very interview.
Stein Stubiak?
Stein Stubiak. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's him.
Exactly.
Yeah, our boy Klein.
Good player in his own right.
I've never. It's sort of a separation between church and state. We don't really mingle with people that work in the front office, so to speak. But I'm always curious. I'm like, Klein, are you living in Dallas? You out and about? Like, what's up?
I think he misses Austin. I think he's been working out in his back alley and stuff. Like, I think he's just kind of. I'm a little worried about him right now.
I mean, it was and this is a true story. When I left Austin, I had to get to Dallas, moved in, and then out to training. Found out I got the job with NFL Network, and then had to be at training camp within. I literally had 2 weeks. And as I'm turning in my keys, I lived at the Amley downtown. I was inconsolable, bawling, and I hugged the leasing agent. I was like, "Thank you for the best 2 years here." The guys really talking about nothing. I went to college there. It was awesome, and I was, I loved working at Longhorn Network. And as soon as baseball season was over, I was on the lake, so we would go out there with a cooler. We'd wake surf. It was just and I would walk to all the bars because I lived right there. It was just such a great life in Austin, and I was legitimately, I had a nervous breakdown. It was really, really sad. I'm such a Dallas girl, so obviously I adapted well as I got back, but I do miss it a lot.
Jane, were you in Austin when Nick Saban was looking at homes in Westlake?
Oh yeah. I had a realtor friend that told me that.
I think everybody did. I wasn't even living here yet, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my buddy's mom," and I've got people who swear by it. They swear to this day.
Rumor always
I heard what happened was that Nick was going to take the job, but he was going to do Mac a solid. In other words, let Mac announce it. And I guess when the stuff started leaking, it really ticked everybody off involved, is what I heard. Who knows? When I was in college, it was Steve Spurrier that was the ultimate get. We heard Steve Spurrier over and over and over. It's sort of like the Sean Payton of Dallas. Now that was a legitimate power play this offseason that didn't happen, but the Cowboys certainly tried. But yeah, it's just the whole Nick Saban to Texas would have been absolutely phenomenal. I'm not a Tom Herman fan.
Oh, same.
Is anybody?
I hate him.
I didn't watch one Texas game his first year because some reporter friends of mine told me about this closed door meeting off the record that he had with them, and it was so obnoxious. And just the way he's treated some of the reporters. And look, I think a lot of reporters feel like there's an entitlement. You've got to treat me well. I'm going to write bad articles, and I hate that. That's why there's distrust of the media. But he legitimately was terrible to some of these reporters. And then the flipping the bird to the cameras during draft, and then he tried to downplay it. I know for a fact some of the things that he said while he was doing it, and I'm like, you're whatever.
Drag him.
I'm a hardcore Texas fan, but I can even admit he's kind of a D-bag. Will, you hate the guy.
Yeah.
And I did a podcast with Lincoln Riley, and Lincoln is amazing. I was such a fan of Lincoln Riley. I'm like, this feels, but go OU. Just keep moving them up so that the donors turn around and say, okay, we've got to move on again.
Oh, Jane, come on.
I'm on the Tom Herman out train.
Ooh,
I'm
wow.
taking all aboard. All aboard.
Officially out.
The last second field goal against Kansas didn't that didn't boost your confidence, Will?
No. Like, and just his general attitude and just like the look on his face at all times and just his general demeanor in life. I just don't feel like he's a very nice person.
He feels very Josh McDaniels. In other words, obviously you came from, when Josh McDaniels, came to Denver, he sort of wore out his welcome pretty quick. And that's how it feels with Tom Herman. It's like, okay, you had Ohio State, you had that on your resume, but I haven't been overly impressed. My favorite Longhorn Network moment was when they had the crotch grab on camera and the guys were making fun of him. He just doesn't handle it well. Like, most guys just have fun. He does not handle that stuff well. I just wish I could pull him aside and be like, likability is a big deal. Like, you get a lot of passes if you're likable, and he just doesn't strike me as very likable. And again, I've never interacted with him, so maybe that's not fair. I was there. I really liked Charlie Strong a lot, actually. Charlie just wasn't, you've got to have that job. Mac is so happy, I feel like, at North Carolina because he just doesn't have the weight of everything that comes with that. It's not enough just to be a good coach. You've got to be a good recruiter. You've got to be a good bullshitter. It's literally it's a politician's job. It's no different, really, to me. I compare it a lot to the Dallas Cowboys job. There's an element of politicking that goes with it.
Absolutely. Jane, can we give you the opportunity to break any kind of NFL news on a small to mid-sized podcast? I don't know if you've ever done one of these before, but this is the platform if you want to do it.
I wish I had something for you today. Leighton Vander Esch was on my pod earlier today. He's good to go. There you go.
Let's go.
I put it on Twitter.
Let's go,
That's
Dave.
big. It's okay that these people don't even know what Twitter is. That's good.
Anytime you get a Cowboy linebacker too who's healthy is kind of big news, honestly.
Well, especially with this system, if they're going to be rushing more and it's 4-3 with some of these 3-4 principles, they're going to need more linebacker. I love that Sean Lee continues to come back too, because legitimately there was an NFC East team that was telling me if the Cowboys don't re-sign this guy, this was 2 years ago, they're like, we will go all. So they were ready to pay him good money, and he stuck with Dallas.
He seems like an all-time nice guy too, based on interviews.
Such a good dude. He's so intense though. He's, sometimes I was actually telling Leighton today, I was like, he always strikes me as a guy, you don't know if he's going to break your neck or give you a hug. Like, you just never know depending on the intensity of his day. And I sort of love that because, a lot of linebackers, especially defensive players, are just psychos, and he is the embodiment of that.
Love it. We them boys, Jane.
We them boys.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Jane.
Lions.
Ooh, thank you for hopping on, Jane.
Thank you, Jane.
Where can our fans find you?
Yeah.
Not physically, but on social
Yeah, where you
media.
at?
Physically, but what's
Drop your address on here.
Drop a pin.
What's the podcast? What's the
Hello,
socials?
Yeah, here's the socials at Slater NFL and at Jane Ashley Slater on Instagram.
Boom. And she had T.O. on her podcast the other day. Go listen to that. That was a good interview.
Ooh,
I saw that.
He's so polarizing. Some people love him, some people don't. I was trying not to put out stuff as clickbait because, just being honest, he was one of my absolute favorite players. God,
I love T.O.
When I first started out as a reporter, 2004, God, I'm old. He was, I covered a game, 2006, right before I was leaving Tyler. And that was one of his big games. And I just remember maybe before when he was playing for the Eagles, actually. That was when he put the ball in the Salvation Army can. And that's when he went to the Star and he was explaining, and I guess football brought this up. He got suspended by his coach. His coach helped him come up with the idea. And so we just talked about how, it's without having social media back then, reporters really could write about a person. Now, look, there's plenty of people who've interacted with him away from the field over the years. And, I've heard he's not as kind, whatever. But I do think that, especially social media these days, people really can sort of say, this is who I am, and sort of get their message across, which I appreciate. If people were talking about my money and my life and my livelihood, I wouldn't want that message managed by other people.
Completely agree.
So
good deal. Well, Jane, thank you for hopping on.
Be careful out there.
Don't get too wild this Friday.
We won't.
Hey, watch that dry line. Watch that dry line.
I'm just gonna. I was gonna say something, and I was like, I'm gonna leave this alone. All right,
There
bye,
you go.
boys.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
Bye.
Thanks,
Jen.
Bye.
Jane Slater, ladies and gentlemen.
No relation to Kelly, I don't think.
What about AC?
Where was she going to go with the dry line joke? I have an idea, but I feel like it might be like non-2020 compliant to if that's what I'm thinking.
I think she was going there, Dave. I think you're right, and I think she pulled the ripcord. So
Does she hate me? Was that too much? I just saw a comment that says she hates me.
No, she likes Dave. Everyone likes Dave.
I think
Somebody I was cracking up because somebody commented, did Dylan learn how to code so he could develop his AI girlfriends?
Look, Lauren's here, but she won't step in front of the camera. I want her to say,
I know,
it's ladies'
dude.
night, right? It's
I hate
ladies' night.
that.
We can't get her on camera. I don't know. She's being a brat over there. I don't know what's going on.
There was another one too that made me die, and it had nothing to do with the actual content on the screen. And I was just like, okay, I'm just laughing really hard for no reason. I can't stop. So just for the people at home, currently we can see everyone in the green room, and so there's two people in there right now. One is our next guest, and the other is Human Randy. And I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna put Human Randy on the screen right now for an hour.
He's ironing.
I've been ironing for an entire hour. The same green sheet. It's like, how big is this thing? Why are you still doing this?
Are we doing something with the green screen? Is that what this is?
Oh,
Yeah. Dude, should we kick him out? Let's kick him out.
To get rid of him.
No, let's wait till he has his headphones in. What?
this
Do you
is
want
so
to explain
bootleg.
yourself, Randy?
Okay, I'm ironing a green screen. It's been folded up in a box underneath my bed for the past 2 years. So I decided get some work done for the podcast, get this all ironed out so it's not folded. Buddy, I'm working.
I mean, you are working.
You're working.
All right. Well, I mean,
leave now.
if you have any extra fabric, I would love to use some for my lizard costume for the Wilmons Halloween party this year.
I do have extra fabric.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, Randy, get back to ironing. Thank you.
I was checking in with Randy.
Are we bringing in our new guest? Next guest?
Let's check in with our next guest, Cat Pat.
She's doing what she always does. She just sits in the green room for an hour.
Wow, what a
I
flex.
do.
Hey, Cat Pat.
Happy ladies' night.
Do you have a tie-dye shirt on? Oh, you're going.
Here we
you're
go.
just going-
I am ready.
Wow.
For ladies' night.
We're gonna get in trouble for this one.
Did you make your? I saw that you put a tie-dyed sweatshirt on Instagram or Twitter recently.
I made that. Hold
you
on.
made that.
I need to take this coconut bra off. I've had it on for an hour.
That's
Oh,
It's Wayne's Friends, and it's quite small.
everybody
has-
has a coconut bra.
I know.
Sally has
His
for
friends
merch.
came over
No
for
one-
Halloween and brought 3 wigs, this hat, coconut bra, and they just left it here. So we have all these props. It's fun.
You got some dope wood paneling.
I was gonna say you're in the home office at this point. I like it. With
I'm
the two
I'm
cans.
in our basement. We have a bar, so I don't know if you can tell, but I don't know. I'm behind a bar.
That is tight.
Yeah, there's a sink down here.
Oh,
All our little decor, all the bottles.
Since it's ladies' night. Ladies' night. Sorry.
Shawty's only.
Cat Pat comes on, and she's got the platform, and Dylan just brings Stella on just to take the attention away from Kate. What a guy!
Lauren decided to let Stella out of her crate. So, yeah, that's what I'm dealing with.
I think you guys bring me on to make me the butt of your jokes. You make me follow these crazy popular people. Dylan leaves half the time.
Yeah, Pat, I don't intend to leave every time you hop on.
She's right.
She's right. She's right.
It's just pure chaos right now. I don't know what to do about it.
You just don't like her.
I'm just giving you guys
Just
crap.
go in
ladies'
another
night.
room.
I know. I wanted to ask Brett a question, but he left. I don't know if he's planning on coming back.
Cat Pat, what do you think?
An unnamed brand spike seltzer.
You can. It's okay.
It's
Okay,
a it's a
the deal has not started yet.
It doesn't
grow up and
you
get
can't we can't get mad at guests for drinking and like if we didn't tell them like or send them drinks. Like I'm just saying.
I mean, Dave's drinking out of a Yeti. We should get sponsored by some really bootleg Yeti company.
Arctic.
Out of one too. No, Arctic's not bootleg. Arctic is not bootleg.
It's the best Yeti knockoff.
Yeah, I mean it's as good as Yeti, but it costs like half the price. But you don't want to be the guy that shows up with an Arctic thing because everyone knows that you skimped on price and went with the Arctic instead of the Yeti.
That's right. You're absolutely
Yeti brand you can get at Walmart.
Probably Arctic.
Is
it Coleman? Coleman's like the OG cooler.
Well, they also have like Buc-ee's has their own brand of like Yeti. I think it's called something. It has something to do with like a snow creature,
Cody,
like Banshee or something.
Trail. That's what the people are saying it is.
Arctic. I got nothing against Arctic. The price point's good. It's just, look, if I'm gonna get something monogrammed, it's got to be the real deal, baby. Yeti.
Mono. Dude.
Okay, Dave.
Hey, boy, did you just catch mono?
Oh, bro, call me Darnold.
Brett.
It's a callback.
Brett, who at Paradox did like all of your like beer festivals?
Paradox. I have no idea. I think a person named Katie, maybe. I have no idea.
Okay, because I used to do all of the beer festivals for Schmaltz, which is like the class I'm drinking out of now. And one time I emailed the guys from Paradox. I was like, hey, do you guys want to do like our anniversary beer festival? There's going to be like probably 700 people there. And I don't know who it was, but all they just said back was no.
Oh, no. Was it my dad?
I don't know. I've been trying to get into my old email for like a while, and my old boss changed the password. So I wish I could go in and see who it was.
No, if it was, I mean, he's only been there for like a year-ish, so I don't think it would be.
This was in like 2017, probably 2016.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell a story about a certain celebrity from your days as a person that worked at a brewery?
Someone that used to be on a TV show that you're a big fan of?
Yeah, on NBC. If you can't talk about it, that's fine.
No, I can talk about it. Kelsey Grammer, he was contract brewing with Schmaltz, which means like we brew his brand of beer for him. Like he brews it at our facility. He came for a meeting and he brought this like giant posse with him. And one guy there's a bunch of British people there. And one guy was like this big drinking meathead. And so I was taking pictures because I was doing the marketing and stuff. So I was taking pictures, whatever, like they're posing, having a great time. And his one like Jersey goon comes up to me and he was like, listen, I'm not going to make you sign anything. You can't fucking post those pictures anywhere. Like absolutely, like if you email them, nothing, like don't fucking put them up like in my face. And my boss had to intervene. So I was like, I'm sorry, I won't. Yeah. I mean, he was a really nice guy. Kelsey was, his posse not so much, but I'm trying to
Kelsey Grammer rolls deep though.
Yeah, it was real. I don't know. He was really, really nice. Like he was talking about like his party days and he was very candid. He was like, yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard about like what I used to do and get involved with. But yeah, I mean, he did a lot of drugs, which is what he was getting at. But yeah, now like someone that I used to work with at Schmaltz now does all the sales for American, what the hell is it? American Ale? American something? Faith American Ale. It's named after his daughter.
Is his beer like widely available?
I don't know.
I can throw every other alcoholic beverage I have in my fridge out if it means that I can have Kelsey Grammer's beer exclusively in my apartment.
I don't even know. Like he could not make a decision to save his life. He kept like wanting to change the recipe. He said no one drinks IPAs anymore, which is obviously not true.
I'm saying that for the rest of time and never drinking another IPA again.
Yeah, he was going to open up a farm in like the middle of nowhere, upstate New York, in Margaretville, Brett, if you know of it. But
nope.
I don't know. I don't think they've made very many moves. This has been going on for at least 3 years.
Maybe he just needs like someone else in the mix that might like also talk into a microphone for a living and like, love himself some Kelsey Grammer.
Hey, Will, I don't mean to completely throw off subject here, you kind of, in this lighting and this beard, you look like a younger brother of Paul Giamatti.
I've gotten Paul Giamatti before.
Yeah.
I don't
John
like that.
Adams.
That's not flattering at all.
You're much better looking than Paul Giamatti. Don't worry.
You are. That's why I said younger brother. Like you are.
He's a great actor, though. He's a great thespian.
He does not like
strong thespian skills.
He doesn't like Merlot as much as I hate IPAs. No one's drinking IPAs anymore.
Hey, does anybody remember when Kelsey Grammer was going to start a conservative cable news network? Because I weirdly remember that, and I don't think it ever got off the ground. I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, that never happened.
I don't remember that.
it was gonna happen.
Never happened.
it was a different time. This is pre-Trump. It was fine.
Yeah, this is when being conservative was like kind of like in vogue, and like you weren't
cool.
like majority. Oh, cool.
I watch South Park. Cool.
Is that the?
I do watch South Park Republicans. I do watch South Park. You know what? Whatever, man. Hey, sue me, man.
Hey, Kate, I have a question for you.
Yeah, it's weird to hear you guys call me Kate.
So I know, kind of weird to say.
What's your name?
It's like saying Sally DeFreeze freaks me out.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like excited to do it, but it also I'm just like, oh, it throws me off. Hey, is the clock behind you ever not 5 o'clock?
No, it is.
Oh, bro.
Always 5 o'clock.
Wow.
How about that?
I know.
How about that?
It's not always 5 o'clock somewhere. Like right now here, it's 8:18.
It's 5:18. It's 5:18 somewhere.
Yeah, it's literally never 5 o'clock anywhere right now.
We have this giant thing which I feel like is very Will Mons. There was a head, and there was some sort of liquor in here.
Ooh, the headless parrot.
Yes.
I'd like to imagine
cool bar.
It's like a great bar, Dave. Yeah.
We also have
Wilmons needs that clock, Will.
I know.
this. I don't know what the fuck, how this got here, but it's a Heinz.
My parents threw out all their Heinz ketchup when John Kerry ran for president. True story, because Teresa Heinz Kerry. That's true story. A lot of people did.
Wow.
Yeah. We also ate freedom fries, so we party.
Hold on. This is good. If Wilmot's needed anything, it's a rival restaurant.
Well, it's funny. I just accepted a position there, GM.
Oh no.
Oh,
damn, Dave.
I should have told you guys this, but I still plan on doing the pod. There you go, Kate. There you go.
I got stack of posters that say this. This is Wilmons, I think. I'm at the Wilmons back bar.
No, you're in the loft.
I might be a headless parrot guy, Will. I'm sorry. It sounds so tight.
I know you don't mean that.
Don't worry, Will. I'm all Wilmons, dude.
I know you don't mean that.
But the headless parrot is a tight patio situation.
Can it be like the annex? The annex to Wilmons? Like we're just like that's like the late night.
Buy us out.
We're going to the headless parrot.
You know how I always thought the bartender culture was really cool. I could say this as a guy who's never worked in the service industry outside of Subway. I always I always thought it was cool when you're at like the Applebee's bar and the crew from Macaroni Grill Bar comes over and they're all still in uniform and they're just like, yeah, man, we just all got off and now we're here just, having some, and they're all getting wild. And it's like, oh, that's cool that they're coming to a different bar. How fun is that? That's really lame, I know, but I always got the warm and fuzzies when I saw that.
I like the Macaroni Grill because you can write it on the table,
Mm-hmm. If your waiter was legit, he would write his name with the crayon so you don't forget it.
That I had that happen to me at the Detroit airport not too long ago. Yeah, she wrote her name on it, gave me a full loaf of bread for just myself sitting at the table, and I was like, well, I don't feel like I don't need to order food if you're just going to give me a free loaf of bread.
Yeah, but airport calories don't count. Everybody knows that.
I know, but it's just so unnecessary.
How many voicemails do you guys get like on a given week?
100,000.
Ooh, we don't discuss that. We don't discuss that publicly.
Yeah, we can't do that.
But probably like 35 or 40.
Do you listen to all of them or no?
At least 69.
I think the biggest
Come on, Dylan.
With the dog too. Kate, the biggest metric thing with circling back and other properties is that the downloads of the podcast are so much higher than the social following that I think we have a lot of people who listen to us that don't know this is happening. They don't know like our Twitter things. I don't know. It's crazy. And I think we just have like mid-20s and mid-30s people that listen to this banter because it gives them an escape. So shouts to them.
Yeah, I was wondering about the voicemail thing because I had two. I left two today. And both times before I left them, I completely fucked up the voicemail. I called, I was like, this is for Brett. And then I just blanked, and I was like, oh, fuck, hung up.
Yeah. Because when I get it, it comes through with the phone number in the subject line. So if I see like 3 from like the 817 area code, I know some dude absolutely blew it like the first 2 times. It'll be like, and the best is they always finish, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna do this one again.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, okay, you don't have to play this. Not that you guys probably would anyway, because it's kind of niche, but stand, mute, cancel, Freihofer's cookies, Stewart's ice cream, or Case pizza.
Oh. Hold on, I just got distracted by like the homie seemingly giving Dylan like a fruit snack for Stella or something.
Kate's got a stand, mute, cancel for us.
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah.
Wow. Rex, I don't think you guys would even know, but Freihofer
I didn't know.
Cookies, you know Freihofer cookies?
No.
Never heard of it.
Well, I do.
Freihofer cookies, Stewart's ice cream, and Case pizza. Stand, mute, cancel.
You say I don't know. You say Lucchese's Pizza? That's a boot.
K's Pizza. In April Park?
I don't know. I don't know any of the things you mentioned, so I'll have to sit this one out. I know zero.
Well, it's like it's upstate New York delicacies. But
Kate, I only stand D Camillo's Bakery.
I don't even know where that is.
Oh,
Kate, have you done DeAndrea's in Saratoga or Esperanto downtown?
Yes, Esperanto did like all of our events at Schmaltz.
Esperanto Doughboys are something that I'm going to introduce these guys to soon, and it's going to be fantastic. But here's my problem. I don't like Stewart's ice cream as much as everybody else does. I'm sorry. And Freihofer's cookies get the stand immediately. So stand, Freihofer's, mute, Stewart's ice cream, cancel the pizza just because I've never had it. I'm sorry.
I've never had K's.
Val Gal's in the house.
Hi,
Sally.
Hi, you guys.
Hey, just so I don't feel like a total lame, those are all like brands that I probably geographically wouldn't have access to, right?
That's correct.
Freihofer,
okay.
Maybe because they distribute pretty far.
Okay.
But like,
I don't want to poo-poo your stand, mute, cancel. I felt like a loser because I didn't know any of the brands.
Well, yeah, Stewart's is a gas station that has
convenience store.
A convenience store, yeah. And K's Pizza is in my hometown. It's like this little tiny shack, has really good pizza on a lake. So people in the comments are saying Averill Park is trash. They're not wrong.
No. I'll stand up for Averill Park. It's fine. You and Columbia and those guys are fine.
It's a little country. My high school was like on a cornfield. So
mine was on a cemetery. So hey.
Yeah. Well,
that's really interesting because Rain makes corn makes whiskey.
Whiskey makes my baby get a little frisky.
It's ladies' night, guys. We're doing that. We're doing it here live. Yeah, I do too.
Green room. Who wants to join, Brett?
Yeah, I was just saying, Kate. Thank you very much for hopping on.
Oh, green.
We got thanks, Kate. Another guest.
Bye.
Bye, Kate.
Oh, I was going to say keep Kate in. Let her have a little convo with me and the other guest.
The other who? The other guest? Oh, this one. Hey, Lily Young. Excuse me.
What's up, Lil?
I'm sorry.
What's
Lily
up?
Bed trick.
I was about to come in sucking on this. Remember this bad boy?
Ooh.
Oxy. Oh yeah. Oh, I do remember that. Actually.
Oxy Boost, Dave's favorite pastime.
Oh, do I?
That's how I start every morning.
I can't even remember how you do it.
Yeah, you do.
It's not that difficult. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. You remember
feeling Oxy boosted?
Do you remember when Dave went to go buy everything and then he was gone for like an hour and a half and we thought Dave got in some like accident in Breckenridge? Turns out
he just came back with like 3 Oxy boosts for the
guys, I don't remember that because my eye was falling out of my head and I couldn't even do anything.
That's what it was. The eye.
I was a real bitch on that trip. I think everyone can agree.
I blame it on the eye.
Apologize. But I did scratch my cornea and it was terrible. And Brett and Caroline were there when I made them stop on the way back to the airport so I could go to an eye doctor and get a numbing shot and some steroids, like mid-airport trip. So shouts to
Dylan and I were at Qdoba or somewhere of this. Where did we go on the way back? Eskimo Joe's? I don't remember. Some type of Colorado restaurant.
Qdoba's tight.
Dylan?
I don't. The place where we got the bomb ass salmon. What are you talking about? No.
Uh-oh.
Can you not hear me?
Lily can't hear Dylan.
Dylan, leave and come back. Leave and come back.
Can y'all hear Dylan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
it's okay. You're not the first to have this issue.
That was a ploy to get him to leave.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was it really?
Bang.
No. But it worked.
Damn.
Is he back?
Oh, what's up, Dylan?
Hello. Can you hear me, Lily? No? Can't hear me.
Oh, no. What is that?
I can't tell if he's kidding or not, so I'm just going to go along with it.
I'm not kidding. I can't hear him, but I can see his dog, which is all that matters.
Oh, yeah. Stella in the house.
Stella and Rosie going to have a play date. She got a grooming. And she looks toit.
Sally, give us a view. Give us a pic.
We walked away. Will have
you promised on your Instagram that she would be in the ladies' night.
Yeah,
Stella's looking hella derp.
Rosie, come here. Come on.
Stella's looking
Stella,
perched.
look over here. Look over here.
Oh, dude, Stella's such a tight dog. She's already getting huge, Dylan.
Oh, here comes
I think she's gained like 8 pounds since I've gotten her already.
Oh my goodness. She already, she like kind of like lost the puppy. Oh,
we're here. Rosie's not thrilled about it.
I have a lot going on right now, folks.
Oh, there's Parks coming in for a cameo. We still haven't seen Lauren. We'd like to see Lauren.
Hi, Parks.
Lauren just went for a walk.
She's just like,
I'm not even kidding. She went for a walk.
Parks, it's ladies' night. Get out of here.
Look at where's Tahoe, Lily?
So Drew's on another Zoom call in the other room. It's his grandpa's 86th birthday. Shouts to Gramps, and he's on a showing Tahoe to that call.
Fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Rosie.
You okay, buddy?
Rosie's got her little ears cut, so she got a little mop chop.
Who else is ladies in the house? Where's Alyssa?
Yeah, where is Alyssa?
Downstairs watching Normal People.
Oh, I have heard that's good, but I was going to read the book first, and I need people to comment on whether or not they've seen it and or read the book and tell me which I need to do first.
I can tell you this, Sally. You'll probably like it.
It's a lot of the gray situation, like lots of teen Irish sex is what I've heard.
It's just there is a lot of teen Irish sex, which normally that's a good thing, but it's the dialogue for me. It's just like, I don't know. I was trying to I was like cooking lunch and I was just listening to it and I was just getting annoyed, but whatever. Do what you got to do.
What's it on?
It's Hulu.
Oh.
It's better than her rewatching Grey's Anatomy like she was yesterday.
Oh, that's a rough one. That is a rough one.
You can't even rewatch Grey's Anatomy because it's like 75 seasons and it's still going.
It's absolutely fair.
Can I pause really fast to say that Rosie is a Millwall fan, to whoever's saying that in the comments. Ever since our friend Paul from London, whose girlfriend is named Rosie, who we named Rosie after, is a Millwall fan. So, just a little side note there. Lil, what you been doing? Because I haven't seen yet since last week.
What have I been doing? I just ate tiny bees.
Tiny bees.
I want to know the real hack is you can order kids meals now, which you couldn't do before, and they're half the price but just as much of the food. So quarantine hack. You're welcome. What else have I been doing? I was at Natalie's earlier and I shared a bottle of rosé with her.
Right.
The bottle you showed me with the rose glass on the bottom.
That I did?
Yeah, like the bottom of the bottle is a rose.
Dave and Brett, do you know what we're talking about?
I don't. We've lost control.
I think it's called Cotes de Rose, but it's like personally my favorite rosé is Miraval. Okay.
I'm a whispering. I'm a Wangel type of girl.
A Whispering Angel.
I'm gonna
Whispering
get a
Angel is also good, but Alyssa and I both stand Miraval because
Brad and Angelina
came up with it. It's the only thing to survive their really messy divorce. But somebody's just saying in the comments, my friend designed that bottle. It's Cotes de Roses. Am I pronouncing that right?
Your friend designed the bottle? That is insane. That
It
bottle
does have
beautiful.
a rose on the bottom, and it's a cool bottle, and it's a pretty mid-range rosé that tastes really good. So it's a good something to get for summer if you're not busying or busy bopping.
We're busy.
We all are.
I
Sally.
need to try the Vizzies. I'm ready to go.
Lily, you're going to be thrilled about the Vizzies.
Chilling.
I haven't gotten to try them yet. I need to try them. I'm going to have a pool party in the backyard. And by pool party, I mean Sally and I are going to have our dog pools because we don't have actual pools. We're going to have the dogs over and the people.
Lily told me that she had this idea that she was going to invite all of y'all over for a pool party, but everyone brings their own kiddie pool and you just hang out 6 feet away from each other in your own kiddie pool.
That's a great idea. And we all drink Vizzies.
That's so stupid.
And we can be barefoot and you can stick your feet in the footy pools. And if everyone has their own, then it's not like the germs are being shared. They're $10 at Target.
How about why don't we just do like a fire pit situation? And everybody can have
a fire pit, Brett. So we can also do that. But tell me you want to be down for that.
I just don't know where do you find a kiddie pool these days? Do we have to fill it ourselves?
You get them at Target. They're $10. I will provide the hose and the water to fill the pool. It's about 6 gallons. It's not a lot of water. Ooh. And I will also provide the fire pit. You provide the Vizzies. I provide the yard. It's a social distancing party.
Listen, logistically, it sounds pretty solid. I'm not going to. I'm in the business development kind of space. I think that I'm in, is what I'm saying. I just don't know about the how do you? It's going to be like 12 kiddie pools in the backyard. There's a grass.
I have a large yard. Okay, I'll send you a picture.
Dave, what are you doing? Are you trying to get Randy?
People said I would. Someone just commented I'm going to provide the hose. And
yeah.
Correct. I will provide the hose for the water and also the hose, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you're talking about whores.
Cool.
I got you.
Yeah.
Is Will okay?
My quarantine hose.
Yeah.
Will, he gave us a little. Well, I don't want to out him.
Dylan's face right there was just. Are you okay?
I have a lot.
Will's in the comments.
Will just said he wants tiki torches, but he can't without people thinking that he's a Trump guy.
It's a real bummer that they absolutely ruined tiki torches. Thanks a lot.
You cannot buy a tiki torch now without people thinking you're a white supremacist.
Thanks a lot, incels.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for you, I already have 2 tiki torches from a few years ago. Not sure if they work, but I already have 2, so we don't have to buy new ones. We can just use the old 2.
Here's my problem with Lily's kiddie pool plan. Lily,
this plan
you
is full
of your yard enough, and it's like a jungle back there. So.
Sally,
wow.
Got a new yard guy. He came today. He comes every 2 weeks, every Friday, every other week. We're golden. Zeus will be here. I'll make sure he comes the day before the party.
Okay.
I can guarantee a trimmed yard.
Wait a minute. My doorbell just rang. I think it's UPS, and I think it's something that I'm going to like. I will be back, and I apologize.
What's happening? Okay. Did Dave get another pair of Air Jordans? There's too much going on right now. I don't feel like it's very chaotic up in here. I'm a little stressed out.
Up in here?
Up in here. Yes.
Every Friday night, Sally, at Dylan's house goes from 0 to 1,000 in the matter of 5 minutes.
I'm trying to keep it together. Like the stress went from 0 to 1,000,000 in a matter of 20 minutes over here. There's a lot. Lauren shows up and decides to let Stella out of her crate. I had her in there because I'm doing this, and then she went for a walk. So Stella's running around the house. She's probably gonna pee somewhere. I gotta feed her dinner.
Stella for a walk with her.
Stella is not ready for a walk, like that kind of walk. She can venture out 4 houses, and then she got to come right back.
Yeah, you get a baby Bjorn and you put her in it, and you just walk her along and she just hangs out right on your chest. I think.
Oh,
Brett, can we
guys, I gotta go. I gotta go.
All right.
I gotta go.
Okay.
There's too
Let's
much.
go.
Bye. Love y'all.
So stressed out. Brett, I
Still
think
got enough.
we're gonna get Dylan a baby Bjorn and stick Stella on his chest. Except for by the time that we get him one, Stella's gonna be too big for it, so it doesn't matter.
Man, Stella's probably like a weed. Oh,
There's nothing better than a UPS delivery of some extremely warm Vizzy hard seltzers.
Are you gonna pop one right now?
I kind of have to, right?
We have some in the
Well,
fridge.
don't pop it. Shotgun it.
Wait, if I open it and it's hot, is it going to explode in my face? Don't answer that.
I hope so.
We have some cooling in the fridge, but I just don't think that they've been in the fridge long enough for me to.
This is my first sip of Vizzy, and that's a true statement. I just want you guys, for the record, to know I love all of you.
You should have shot that.
Anyone with pineapple mango? What do you think of the pineapple mango, Dave?
Oh, I like it a lot. How about that? It's officially my #1 flavor of Vizzy.
What all flavors are we working with? Because Will showed me strawberry kiwi and like a black cherry lime, I think, which sounds kind of up my alley.
Yeah, those are 2 of the 4. Then you're also working with a pineapple mango and a blueberry. I believe it's blueberry pomegranate, Sally.
Blueberry is my flavor of the summer. I'm saying it right now.
You're not wrong. It's also the best flavor of Vizzy.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
I said that, but it's only because I've been super into blueberries lately. So I'm very excited to make some spritzers with these Vizzies. And some
It's funny that
Brett,
people.
where are my Vizzies at?
It's funny that people think I won't butt chug this Vizzy.
I mean, are you going to?
I'm just saying. I think it's funny that people think I won't. Like to me, that makes me laugh. Like, okay, like I won't butt chug a fizzy, man. Okay, I'm hammered.
It has vitamin C and antioxidants, Dave. So you might be doing yourself a flavor there.
So it's like a smart water / hard seltzer situation. Is that what we're saying?
I'm calling it a smart seltzer, a smeltzer, if you will.
Are we dehydrating while we're rehydrating?
A little bit of that, which I always like. That's kind of dangerous, a little dangerous proposition there. But
what if we put a liquid IV into one of these Vizzies? Then what happens? Where are we at?
Then that's just all the sponsors. May as well put some stamps.com in there too.
You're having a Vizzy ID.
Let's see.
I'm seeing a lot of lightning outside my window right now. You want to weatherman Dave us and tell us what's going on right here?
Yeah, there's there's been a lot of moisture blowing in from the Gulf. You probably felt it outdoors today, like wind coming out of the southeast, a lot of humidity, like above 70%. And we got some storms that are kind of coming in from the east, actually, from Houston. Brett, you probably got them earlier. But there's a dry line out west that's going to blow through after midnight, and that's going to be the problem. You're going to look at some potentially big winds, large hail. So keep your eyes to the skies. Turn around, don't drown.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
I mean, you asked.
I have a storm chaser pitch out to a potential sponsor, Sally. It'll just be the 4 of us in a car with Randy filming everything, and we're chasing storms. So I hope that's cool with you guys.
I am terrified of tornadoes. Always have been. Lily can attest to this. Like, if it started sprinkling at our house when I was a child, I would like go into our parents' closet, which was the center of our house, because it just thunderstorms and like tornadoes especially scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Sally,
you know where that came from? Wizard of Oz. You hated that fucking scene, Sally.
Yes,
I've been there.
thank you. But also there was like an F5 tornado that hit
Gerald.
And I'm not kidding. We were home, not a home alone. We had a babysitter, but both my parents weren't home. And that thing like passed by our house. It was terrifying. Lily, do you remember this? You were really
Sally's
young.
being a little bit dramatic. It's not like it like passed by visibly. There's Drew.
Well, Gerald's a little bit north of Georgetown. That was 97. That wiped out an entire neighborhood, killed,
like
I think, over 30 people.
City, basically.
Like Brett, I'll send you the news stuff on it. It's actually really interesting. I was thinking about it
You know
today.
how big F5s are? Brett, being from New York, do you get F5 tornadoes?
No, Sally, we never. If we get one tornado warning a year, it's like the token tornado warning. We get one a year.
Yeah.
And but no, we've never actually seen one. We've never actually had one in Saratoga, but I've heard they're much more common down here.
Yeah, down Central Texas. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go for it.
I learned this from our friend Paul, who took some sort of weather pattern class. Apparently, there's 3 major weather patterns in the world, and 2 of them cross paths in the middle of America. So basically, like Tornado Alley is where they cross paths, and that's why you get all the low pressure systems and the hail and the stuff. I'm sure Dave can explain it since he's
Sally, Sally, you're right. So it's cold air coming off the Rockies. And when it hits that Gulf Stream, that moisture that comes up from this, the Gulf of Mexico, obviously up, through Central Texas, North Texas, Oklahoma, the rest of the Midwest, that's when you get the lift and stuff. And when you have like the unstable air mass, that's when you get the possibility for long track F5 tornadoes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think I did pretty well with that description.
We're giving you a full view of the weather. And also, Brett, my backyard, so you can see that it's very large.
Where's the fire pit?
Look at that lightning. Be careful.
See the lightning?
I'm legitimately afraid of lightning.
Let's get it.
It'll be fine.
I had a great uncle who was struck by lightning on a golf course. True story.
Did he survive?
I think so. I should know that for sure, more definite. But yeah, I think he survived.
Okay.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at life.
Will just
Lily,
commented better when he was on. Will, come on back from our bedroom and get back on this, please, if you would like.
Yes.
Okay. What was Will's deal today?
Don't expose it.
Don't expose it. Lily, your backyard's fantastic. I can't wait to jump in kiddie pools. What about this?
Hello.
What if I go? Hey,
there he
Drew,
is.
Look at this
There
guy.
he is.
How we doing?
What is your mustache, Drew?
He looks like
What's going on here?
a child molester.
You look like you have a tiki torch.
Oh, this thing?
Oh yeah. Okay.
We're losing it.
It's taking me like days to grow this.
Lily, get closer to your modem.
65 days.
It's getting real.
Oh,
No,
no.
you're not on Wi-Fi.
I turned the Wi-Fi off.
Smooth.
That's a problem.
Is it
Well,
working?
we should probably,
Wrap it up anyway.
as Michael would say.
Yeah, we are officially past our go-to. Lily, what I'm going to do is
Am
I'm
I
going to
back?
get one of those. You're back, but I'm going to get one of those inflatable hot tubs instead. So everybody else is going to have a kiddie pool, and I'm going to be chilling in my. Whoa! What does that say, Sally?
This
Bravo,
is my.
baby.
This is,
Oh.
is it an Arctic or a Yeti? Oh, it's a Tervis brand. It says Cabo Baby Sally from Lily's wedding.
I'm not going to lie. I saw the baby,
Cabo
and I saw
baby.
Sally, and I was like, "Whoa!"
No, I'm not going to announce that I'm pregnant on this live stream. Okay,
Please
that's
do
not
not.
happening.
Just saying.
Now here's a good look at
Numbers.
Drew's mustache.
There he
Wow.
is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, enough of that.
It looks even worse in the camera than it does in real life.
If y'all want some
Clear
real photos,
sign.
I'll send them out.
Hey, Drew, what'd you shoot the other day?
I played 9 holes, 2 under.
You
But that's
mother-
Lions. Lions is easy.
Okay.
Right.
All right, everyone.
Say bye, Bubba.
Right, fun.
Been
Thanks to everyone for tuning in.
I had
Thank you to
fun.
Julie
Hey,
and
Brett.
Jane and Kate and Sally and Lily
Brett, I'll
and
send
Dylan.
you an invite for my pool party.
and Stella and Rosie.
and
Hold
Stella
on
and
here.
Rosie. Couldn't get Randy to make an appearance. He's being a little jerk. That's okay.
Randy, human Randy, why don't you hop in and give us a send off?
Randy's still been ironing. He's just finished.
It's up now. You can see it's.
Look at this.
We're good. We got new content to come hitting the YouTube soon. So if you want to make sure that you get to see that first and foremost, make sure you subscribe. Click the bell down below. That's the only way that you'll know to get alerted when a new video from Wash Media comes. Make sure you tell a friend. And if you're thinking, how can I support these people any more than I can already, go over to WashMediaJobShop.com. Get some merch. Show your friends off. Until next time, see you later.
Wow. That's why we hired him.
Farewell.
There he goes.
This was fun. Happy ladies' night. Actually, we do have fun YouTube content. I guess Will is going to go fishing with Fly Fishing Charlie. So I don't know if
Yeah.
you knew that, Sally.
I did know that. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not going. 'cause I'm
Keep it
Drew's
on.
back.
waiting for his invite to that, by the way.
Well, maybe
Ooh.
you can go. Or Drew can go.
No idea.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for having us. Love
See
you.
ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.